Here's what the ICE raids happening in Los Angeles and across the US have to do with what's happening in Gaza. Peaceful dissent is being met with military-style crackdowns. When a flotilla trying to deliver aid to Gaza is seized, or students protesting genocide are expelled or deported, it isn't because they pose any real physical threat, but because they pose a moral threat to established order. The people protesting ICE and the mass deportations separating families are being met by the same system. There's a reason that the state violence we're seeing in LA looks so much like what we see in Gaza. It's called the imperial boomerang. The same tactics, weapons, and troops that empires use to dominate people abroad, they always come back home. In fact, right now, there are more US troops deployed in Los Angeles to suppress protests than in Syria and Iraq combined. Israel has long used Palestine as a testing ground for surveillance tech, military tactics, and crowd control, many of which are now used by US agencies like ICE and local law enforcement. Not only have thousands of US officers trained with Israeli personnel, but Customs and Border Patrol has even gone as far as hiring an Israeli security company to build the same surveillance towers at the US-Mexico border as it's built in the West Bank. Both the US and Israel dehumanized groups to make it easier to inflict suffering on them. While a genocide is happening in Gaza under the claim that all Palestinians are dangerous, Black and brown people in the US are racially profiled, surveilled, and detained by ICE. Meanwhile, those standing against these injustices are met with unnecessary force, whether that be National Guard troops, interception in international waters, or the threat of university expulsion. This is what fascism looks like: silencing dissent and normalizing authoritarianism, and how everything is connected to Palestine.